wanna know who's that girl. Yeah, come on.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah. I hope that you guys have been having, like, I don't know, a better time with life than I've been having. The last week and a half has been like really not nice. I don't have a better word for it. A lot of stuff has just, like, I don't know, messed life up in a sense. Or it's not even messed life up, but it's just impacted me in a very negative way. So I thought, why not catch you guys up on what's going on in my life. So last week Thursday I went out with my two friends, Makungo and Kristen. We went to Topo's and then we went to another restaurant. I don't remember what, Scrooge's, I think, something like that. And then we went back to Topo's. So we had like a great time. We like were catching up. They're friends from high school. Not that I hadn't seen them since high school. I'd seen them like through the years, but like we don't see each other a lot. So the night is coming to an end and we're getting ready to like pay the bill. Kristen's two friends come down from upstairs and Makungu goes to the bathroom. And so the bill has come and I've taken my phone out now so I can calculate the bill. Mind you guys, we're at Topo's, which is in Greenstone, I don't remember, that side. And Kristen and I, obviously, because we live in Joburg, are being very vigilant with like our phones, and we're like, guys, we're like to Makungu, like, don't leave your phone out, because she's leaving like her phone on the table. So every time one of them would go, I would keep the phone, or whoever would keep our phones and our stuff, right? As well as that, we were sitting outside, so we just knew that like it wasn't as safe, right? So we were being extra vigilant with our phones. Makungu coming from like Limpopo, you don't really have to be that vigilant, I guess, in the town that she lives in. Crime isn't like that, but like we're in Johannes, guys, and like people, yeah, it's lit this side. So we're just like to her, like, be careful, don't like leave your phone around. If one of us goes to the bathroom, you'll leave your phone with whoever, and we're like looking after each other's phones. So this time Makungu's gone, right, and I've taken her phone and I've put it in my handbag, which is next to like me on this side. And so Kristen's two friends come down and it's literally like us, and then they come around this way and they give Kristen a hug and give me a hug, and like we greet. She introduces me to them and them to me and that whole jazzy thing. And from the corner of my eye I can see this guy behind me, right? Mind you, I'm holding my phone because I'm about to calculate this bill and these guys are like about to go. So he's behind me and he's fixing the table at the restaurant behind us. And I don't know what, like, guys, you know, sometimes you just get this feeling, but like it was in slow-mo. So he did look dodgy, but as well he was fixing the table, so I wasn't gonna assume that he was gonna steal my phone, right? Also, I'm holding my phone. So he's like fixing the tables, and he is so fast, I think he was actually watching us from before, that as these two guys like just move towards Kristen, he comes and he grabs my phone. So we're like tugging on my phone, and I'm like pulling it back and he's pulling it, and then he eventually, as Kristen's like trying to claw at him, he eventually grabs it and she sees it like go over her head and he like runs. So I jump up, Kristen screams, so now the two guys have seen and they've jumped to the car and they're like, what happened? And we're like, no, they took my phone. They try and run after the car. By the time they like try to get there, the car's like, it stops at a robot momentarily, if that's the right word, and then it like goes. So now my phone is like gone. I do have another phone, but like that was like my main phone that had all my personal stuff, my F&B banking, my, like, guys, it had my life, all my passwords to everything that I kept in my notes. It just like, yeah. So now I'm freaking out because I'm like, okay, I need to block my cards, but like I can't download the F&B app again. You have to go to F&B. I'm trying to call F&B, they're not really answering. So I call my mom and I'm like to her, like, I just got robbed. And she's like, well, where are you? That is like so dangerous that you're getting robbed and what? I'm like, I'm at Topo's. She's like, why are you at a dodgy place called whatever? I was like, it's actually not that dodgy, it's a pizza place. But like, yeah. So I leave that situation. I'm just like, okay, she's not gonna be much help right now. She's stressed. I'm also out late. Well, it actually wasn't late, guys, because curfew's like 10, but like it's fine. It was like almost 9ish and we were leaving to go home. Actually, no, it was 8. Yes. So now I'm like freaking out, and Kristen's just like, oh my gosh, like how did that happen? Like it was so fast, but then at the same time it was so slow as well, because we did try to get the phone back. But now I'm just trying to cancel stuff and like, I don't know, like sort my life out so these guys don't get into my stuff. Because I actually think, now that I look back at it, that my Face ID opened the phone, so they actually got into the phone, which you'll then realize the rest of the story. So now these two guys are like, oh my gosh, the whole restaurant's like, oh my gosh, and like, yeah. And then Makungu comes back, she's a bit like tipsy and stuff, and then she's like, oh my gosh, no, I'm so sorry, everyone's trying to console me. I'm really just like stressed now, because I'm like, I need to block all my stuff so they don't get into it, but I can't because my laptop's at home and it's just a mess. Going to find my iPhone, do the whole find my iPhone thing, trying to erase the phone. It's not erasing the phone, but it's fine. I'm like, it'll eventually erase. So now we're like, okay, we need to calculate this bill and like leave, but now we're just like so traumatized, I guess, that like now we just end up sitting there for like an hour trying to like gather our thoughts and like how did this just like happen? The manager comes down and he's like, oh, please can you report this, because there's so much like crime in this area and the police aren't taking it seriously, so please can you go to the police station and report it. It'll also help with like your insurance claim. I was like, cool. So now we're like chilling there, and these two girls come and like, oh my gosh, we just heard, well, they saw or whatever, oh my gosh girl, you need to like breathe, and they're just so irritating. Like, you can see I'm frustrated now, and the girl's like, no, just breathe, let me help you, what, you should have been carrying pepper spray. And I was like, how is pepper spray gonna help? How was I going to then eventually get the pepper spray and like spray him in the eyes while he was grabbing my phone? Like, so it was giving me like nonsense information that was just stressing me out even more. Like, let me deal with my situation and then I can entertain your whatevers later. So we deal with that, we pay the bill, the manager ends up giving us shots, drink the shots, free shots, and then like we're like, we go. Makungu and Kristen walk me to the car, well, my car, and then like I leave. Text them when I get home. My mom's in like a bit of a funk, and she's like, well, why were you out and like late? Why were you there? What? Basically, it's my fault that my phone got stolen. And I was just like, I guess to a certain extent, if I was in the house, my phone wouldn't have gotten stolen. But honestly, if the universe wanted my phone to get stolen, someone would have broken into the house and stolen my phone. Finished and clear. So that was that. So I end up blocking my cards and blocking everything that I can block, trying to erase the phone. It says it's erased the phone. I'm like, okay, cool. Next morning, wake up and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go to FNB just to make sure my cards are blocked. I'm gonna go to Vodacom so that I can block my, like, register that the phone's been stolen and all that jazz. And then I'm gonna go to the police station to like report this. Okay, cool. As I'm about to leave, my mother's like, actually I get an email and she gets like 800 rand taken off of her card. So she's like, who ordered Uber Eats for 800 rand? So I'm like, what? To some dodgy place in town, guys. Oh my god. I was just like, no. And I get like the email, guys, actually. Oopsies. I have this email. Uber Eats, Uber receipt. For 955.35 cents. I'll put it on the side somewhere. But guys, like the stuff they ordered, a chicken fold over, and they like customized stuff as well, and McFizz, and like this ordered a lot of food for like 900 rand from McDonald's. So my mom's even more angry because like her money's been taken. She needs to block her card now. That's like her main card, and I'm just like stressed now. I'm stressed as to how did they get into my phone now if I blocked it, if it's been erased actually. So I'm stressing out now. I'm like, let me go to the police station first. I go to the police station, I file, they help me and everything, everything's cool. And then I soft block my phone for that. I block my phone, my SIM card. They said they'd block the SIM card, so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm trying to sort things out, and now OTPs are going to that number. And now I call Vodacom again, and they're like, oh no, your number's actually been soft blocked. It hasn't actually been blocked. I'm like, okay, fine then. Guys, like, I end up going to Southampton City because there's a Vodacom there and there's an iPhone store. So I go to the iPhone store first and I'm like, guys, it says that my phone erased the phone. Like the phone's been removed from my Apple ID, and find my iPhone saying the phone's been erased, but these guys got into my Uber Eats thing. If the phone's been erased, that doesn't make sense. They got into the app and ordered. Well, what do you want us to do about that? Well, I'm like, you're Apple and I have an iPhone. Why did your supportive security system not work? Well, ma'am, what do you want us to tell you? So I'm like, well, I don't know. Why did the phone not erase? Why is it removed from my Apple ID? Like, I'm not understanding. Well, ma'am, I don't know what you want us to do with the situation, but like, contact Uber Eats. I was like, it's not just about Uber Eats, it's about all my other information. Well, something I know about thieves when they steal phones is that they steal the phone for the phone, not for like information or anything. So I was like, my guy, they just spent like $1,000 on my Uber Eats account. Obviously, they got something else from it. Oh yeah, you must be right. So I left it and I was like, fuck you guys. Went to Vodacom, and at Vodacom I needed to do like a SIM swap and do my insurance thing. So I'm like doing it, I filled out all the paperwork now, and he's like, ID, I give him my ID, and then he's like, actually I need your pack for your SIM card, the packet that it came in. So I'm like, why? And he's like, I need the SIM card number. So I'm like, seriously? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know where that thing is. The SIM card was in the phone. I have my ID. I am who I say I am. I am Cheryl Nyama. So like, my guy, can you help me? No, I can't help you. I'm losing my mind at this point in time, guys. I'm like, no, nobody is helping me. These are your jobs. Why can you not do your job? It's fine, we leave it. I end up going home to go and find that SIM card thing. I find it and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the Vodacom near home. Go to that Vodacom, do the whole insurance thing without the little packet SIM card thing. He's like, I don't know why that guy asked you for that, but if you give me his name, maybe we can try report him. I was like, it's not even worth it. Do the whole insurance thing. He's like, call in an hour and they will tell you if your insurance claim has gone through. I was like, okay, cool. Then went to go see my mom and carried on with like the day. But anyway, had to try sort my whole phone thing out, which didn't really happen that weekend. It took like 4 or something days for me to get the phone. I get to Vodacom and now they're like, okay, fine, your insurance claim is okay. This is like on a Monday or a Tuesday or something. It's been approved, you can get the iPhone, what. So I'm like to them, my insurance covers up to like 25,000. So like, why am I getting a phone that's only like 17,000? They're like, no, that's the thing, you're getting your phone that's on the market and what. So I'm like, it's fine, it's okay. Then they're saying there's an excess I have to pay in. The lady I'd spoken to on the phone told me that the excess would be under like $1,000. I'm like, okay, cool. I get to Vodacom. No, I went to VodaWorld to get the phone. They said they had the phone. I get there, they're like, we don't have the phone. And I was just like, guys, no. End up driving all the way to Nickelway to go and get the phone that Nickelway says they have. I get there, she does everything, very helpful, and then she's like, yeah, your excess is like 2,800. So I'm like, excuse me? She's like, yeah, you need to pay in 2,800. I'm like, sissy, where's 2,800 gonna come from? The lady I spoke to on the phone said it was $1,000, like 700 or so. I don't, like, under $1,000. So like, I'm not understanding how we escalated to 2,800. Well, I don't understand why you'd be so shocked because your phone is 28,000. So I was like to her, babes, my phone is not 28,000. My insurance doesn't even cover 28,000. She's like, well, it is. So a colleague is like to her, don't be like so rude to your customer. Listen to what she's saying and understand. Also, sissy, the phone isn't 28,000. It's actually like 18 or 17. And I was like, yeah, that's what I remember last. I said it's 28,000. She goes and she looks. She then finds out that the phone is 17,000. Does she apologize? Z. She's like, yeah. So I'm like, then did you not maybe calculate the excess wrong? She's like, no, I didn't. So I was like, okay, fine, we leave it. My aunt pays me for a job that I'm doing for her, and I was like, you know what, let me just let go of this $3,000 and pay for this phone and just like move on with life. Guys, so painful. I am now broke for the rest of this month. Get the phone sorted out, end up paying for it the next day. And it was actually cheaper than the lady had said it was, so she did calculate the excess wrong, but that's fine. You carry on with your life. Got my phone and everything, we're good now. And then so I've sorted out that issue, gone through that whole trauma of my phone being stolen. I would rate it a 0 out of 10, guys. Do not get your phone stolen. Not that it's a choice, but like, shit, man, it's a lot. Also, insurance is a scam. We move on in the week, and I don't know, I just showered or something. I don't know what had just happened, but now I come into the room and oh no, I'm in the room and I'm watching a series, guys. I'm at peace and I'm enjoying the series, and my sister's like to me, your mother wants to talk to you. So I'm like, okay, why? And then she's like, she wants to talk to you. Guys, normally when my mom wants to talk to me about like chilled things, she'd like message me and be like, hey, let's talk, or yeah. So I'm like stressed, and she's like, it's about our content we're producing. Mind you, guys, on the weekend my aunt had come over and had a conversation with us about the content we'd been producing, and that might be stressing out my mom and stuff. Mind you, my aunt's been watching my YouTube channel from the get-go, so she knows what's on it. Also with my Instagram, I've been posting artistic nudes for a very long time. It's really helped in my body positivity journey and me loving my body more, but like, yeah. Anyway, she calls me into her room and she basically tells me that she's not happy with the content I'm producing. Why would I want to put that kind of stuff out there? It's very personal. Why would I want to talk about sex? I won't get hired, basically. Would I be able to get into like a relationship and stuff? Would a person be comfortable with me putting the stuff out there? It was a very deep conversation. I'm just giving you guys a summary. I'm not going too into it because like, yeah. I then gave back my response saying like, this is something that I do want to do. I don't want to upset you and I don't want you to be disappointed, I guess, in me. It's not like I'm trying to get attention from people or whatever. We haven't had the conversation yet, but guys, I am a very sexually liberated person. Everyone who knows me personally knows that I am educated about sex. I like educating people about sex, and I like sex in general. So once my anal video got the traction that it got, I was actually like, okay, this could be one of the big pillars of my channel. Like, this is something I can really focus on. Also, I wouldn't be talking out of my ass. Like, I'm experienced and like I know what I'm talking about. I've done the research and I continue doing research. So yeah, we had that conversation. Basically, she just wasn't happy with the content I'm producing. Before that, an aunt had contacted her and said that they didn't like an image that I'd posted on my Instagram. Where do you come off? Like, it's my Instagram. It says Cheryl Zoe. It's mine. It's not ours. It's not a community project. It's mine. Side note, I'm going off track here, but like, for anybody who does watch my channel, who does know my mom, please don't bother her about the stuff that I'm posting. Don't go and tell her that she's raised me wrong or whatever. I just think that like I produce my content for a certain reason. I have my target market, and like, if you're not the target market, that's okay. Don't be a tattletale and go tell my mom. Like, guys, we're not even in high school and grown-ups are acting like children. Guys, I'm 24 and my mom has raised me the best that she can. She has done a phenomenal job for a single parent. Like, guys, to raise two girls, as uncanny as Chichi and I could be, guys, Chichi and I push and we've got issues, and it's a lot, and I congratulate her because I wouldn't be able to do it. And I've actually decided for myself that I'm not gonna have children because I can't do this whole thing of raising another person. But yeah, don't do that. Don't go to my mom and tell her that, oh my gosh, Nyarazo is naked on whatever, these Shona aunties or whatever. No, it's none of your business. I am naked on my Instagram. Don't follow me. Like, plain and simple. And if other people are following me that are showing you, tell them to not follow me. Like, it's not for you. But anyway, my mom and I had that conversation and it just dampened my mood, and I was just like, I'm not unsure in terms of the content that I'm producing. I want to produce that content. I just don't want it to hurt her as much as it has. that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. I am gonna continue. I just wish that we could come to a place where she would support me fully and that she would be okay with it. I do wish that people would stop bothering her about it. I don't think we had like this conversation about how I said to her that like my biggest concern is not that like, I don't know, whoever would call me a slut or whoever would be like, because I produce sexual content means that I deserve to be abused or whatever, which it doesn't. Please, just because I make the content I make doesn't mean that you don't need to engage with me and consensually ask me to have sex with you, but like that's a whole nother topic on its own. But I think my biggest thing is that I don't want people to have to bother her, and I don't want her to have to defend me and be like, oh no, like whatever, or like, oh, I didn't see it, or like this is who she is or whatever. Guys, like I'm telling you now, whoever you are, if you're watching or not, this is who I am. I've made this choice now. I am 24, so there was a point in time where my mom had to let go and let me do what I do. Whether that means I become a freaking rock star or a porn star or like a lawyer or whatever, she's raised me as best as she can, and she can't keep babying me now at the age of 24. Yes, she can advise me. She's my mom. She's lived longer and stuff, but like she doesn't have a whip and a chain around my neck being like, don't post that kind of stuff. We don't even interact with each other on social media like that. Yeah, she likes a few photos here and there, but like, I don't know, guys, like I don't know, it just doesn't, like, she knows the content I'm producing, so you don't need to go and remind her again. She's not the happiest with it as well, but also I'm not making the content for her, so for other people to go and nyanyisa her about things, it just doesn't help the situation. You're just making things more tense, so leave us the F alone. Yeah, guys, just going off topic, but anyway, that just really, it really dampened my mood because I don't want to have to upset my mom to do something that I love. She is my mom, she's my world. And as much as it does hurt her, I think it's something that I need to do and a journey I need to go on. I do hope at a point in time she does let go of the, not even baggage, but I don't even have the words for it now, guys, but like that she's raised me as well as she can, and that there's nothing in her raising that made me choose this path in a sense. So I just hope that one day she can like support me fully. It would be great, but we'll see. It's a journey. But yeah, that really dampened my mood, and I was just like, then should I really be creating this content then if it's gonna upset her so much? And I just didn't know how to then go about it again, because like we live in the same house, right? So she hears me creating my content, doesn't she? So it was those two things, I guess, that really like just messed up my week. My period started as well, which really just like messed me up as well. And like it's really hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm just like not okay, like emotionally and like physically, and then my mood also just like plummeted. And I don't know if it's because of the feedback that I got back from my mom that then influenced that, or if it was just me going like through my depression. I think there was like maybe 2-3 days that like my sister and I didn't get out of bed together, because she also got like the same feedback about a picture that she posted. Yeah, it's just a mess. But yeah, I just thought, let me just give you guys like some insight into my life and where it is right now, and why I couldn't give you what you wanted, because like I just didn't know how to just carry on with the content I was making when I was given that feedback from my mom, which was much deeper than I actually said. But I also don't want to like expose her, like it's none of your guys' business really. Like she's her own person, so I don't have to like blast her. Yeah, but I am gonna carry on making the content that I am making. Tinder Tuesday is gonna continue. I've decided that I think sex vlogging is for me, and I think I've got stuff to tell you guys. and I think you've got stuff to learn, and I think we can have fun and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to my rant about my 1.5 shitty weeks. Stuff is getting better. I've decided next week is going to be a very good week, even though I didn't do any of the work I was supposed to do this week, but it's fine. I'm gonna catch up on it tomorrow and today. But yeah, guys, please do come back again. Also, guys, we're so close to like 500 subscribers. Like, guys, like, can't you just tell auntie whoever and uncle whoever and sissy whoever to just subscribe? They don't have to watch, just subscribe. I joke. Please, like, only subscribe. Like, please share with people you think would like my channel. Don't just tell auntie whoever, because then one day she's gonna log on to my channel and we're gonna have like a sex toy haul, and she's gonna be like, oh my gosh, why would you make me do this? So yeah, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy your weekend and that you have a great week next week. Yeah, so bye.